Okay, the sutta tonight is the Upakkilesa Sutta, the Imperfections, Sutta number 128. Thus have I heard on one occasion the Blessed One was living in Kosambī in Gosita's park. Now on that occasion the monks of Kosambī had taken to quarreling and brawling and were in deep disputes, stabbing each other with verbal daggers. Then a certain monk went to the Blessed One. After paying homage to him, he stood at one side and said, "Venerable Sir, the monks here at Kosambī have taken to quarreling and brawling and are in deep disputes, stabbing each other with verbal daggers. It would be good if the Venerable Sir, if the Blessed One would go to these monks out of compassion." The Blessed One consented in silence. One of the reasons for laymen not to read the Vinaya is because they just read the words and they don't know the meaning behind it, and they don't understand that what they would consider from reading would be a break in the rules, but it's not. So it's dangerous.
I can see where it could be.
Then the Blessed One went to the monks and said to them, "Enough, monks. Let there be no quarreling and brawling, wrangling, or dispute." When this was said, a certain monk said to the Blessed One, "Wait, Venerable Sir. Let the Blessed One, the Lord of the Dhamma, live at ease, devoted to a pleasant abiding here and now. We are the ones who will be responsible for this quarreling, brawling, wrangling, and dispute." Can you imagine saying that to the Buddha? "Get away, kid, you bother me." For a second time and a third time the Blessed One said, "Enough, monks, let there be no quarreling, brawling, wrangling, or dispute." For a third time the monk said to the Blessed One, "Wait, Venerable Sir, we are the ones who will be responsible for the quarreling, brawling, wrangling, and dispute." Then, when it was morning, the Blessed One, dressed, taking his bowl and outer robe, entered Kosambī for alms. When he had wandered for alms in Kosambī and had returned from his alms round, after his meal he set his resting place in order, took his bowl and outer robe, and while standing uttered these stanzas. When many voices shout at once, none considers himself a fool. Though the Sangha is being split, none thinks himself to be at fault. They have forgotten thoughtful speech. They talk obsessed by words alone. Uncurbed their mouths, they brawl at will. None knows what leads him to act so. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me. And those who harbor such thoughts, hatred is not appeased. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me. And those who do not harbor such thoughts, hatred is appeased. For in this world, hatred is never overcome by further acts of hate. It is only overcome by love. Sound familiar? This is a fixed and ageless law. Those others do not recognize that they should restrain themselves, but those wise ones who realize this at once end all their enmity. breakers of bones and murderers, those who steal cattle, horses, and wealth, those who pillage an entire realm, even these can act together. Why can you not do so too? If one can find a worthy friend, a virtuous, steadfast companion, then overcome all threats of danger and walk with him content and mindful. But if one finds no worthy friend, no virtuous, steadfast companion, then as a king leaves his conquered realm, walks like a tusker in the woods alone. Better to walk alone. There is no companionship with fools. Walk alone and do no evil, at ease like a tusker in the woods. Then, having uttered this stanza while standing, the Blessed One went to the village, and on that occasion he left Kosambī, and he really got the monks suffered greatly when he left. He was supposed to be staying there for the rains retreat, but because they were arguing so much, the Buddha said, "I don't want to be around you guys," and left. And everybody in the village got so ticked off that they stopped giving the monks food. And when they stopped giving them food, then they stopped quarreling. And they suffered greatly for 3 months because of that, because of villagers were not happy with them. And they had to stay there for 3 months because that's the rains retreat. So on that occasion, the Venerable Bhagu was living in a village. Then the Venerable Bhagu saw the Blessed One coming in the distance, prepared a seat, and set out water for washing the feet. The Blessed One sat down on a seat made ready and washed his feet. Then Venerable Bhagu paid homage to the Blessed One and sat down at one side. And the Blessed One said to him, "I hope you are keeping well, monk. I hope you are comfortable. I hope you are not having any trouble getting alms food." "I am keeping well, Blessed One. I am comfortable, and I am not having any trouble getting alms food." Then the Blessed One urged and roused and gladdened the Venerable Bhagu with a talk on the Dhamma, after which he rose from his seat and went to the eastern bamboo park. Now on that occasion the Venerable Anuruddha, the Venerable Nandiya, and the Venerable Kimbala were living at the eastern bamboo park. The park keeper saw the Blessed One coming in the distance and told them, "Do not enter this park, recluse. There are 3 clansmen here seeking their own good. Do not disturb them." The Venerable Anuruddha, who was the Buddha's cousin, he was Ananda's brother, older brother, heard the park keeper speaking to the Blessed One and told him, "Friend park keeper, do not keep the Blessed One out. It is our teacher, the Blessed One, who has come." Then the Venerable Ananda went to the Venerable Nandiya and the Venerable Kimbala and said, "Come out, Venerable Sirs, come out. Our teacher, the Blessed One, has come." Then all 3 went to meet the Blessed One. One took his bowl and outer robe. One prepared a seat. One set out water for washing the feet. The Blessed One sat down on the seat made ready and washed his feet. When you walk barefooted, you have to wash feet a lot. Then those three venerable ones paid homage to the Blessed One and sat at one side, and the Blessed One said to him, I hope you are keeping well, Ananda, or Anuruddha. I hope you are comfortable. I hope you are not having any trouble at all getting alms food. We are keeping well, Blessed One. We are comfortable, and we're not having any trouble at all getting alms food. I hope, Ananda, that you are living in concord with mutual appreciation, without disputing, blending like milk and water, viewing each other with kindly eyes. Surely, Venerable Sir, we are living in concord with mutual appreciation, without disputing, blending like milk and water, viewing each other with kindly eyes. But Anuruddha, how do you live thus? Venerable Sir, as to that I think thus. It is a gain for me, it is a great gain for me that I am living with such companions in the holy life. I maintain bodily acts of loving kindness towards the Venerable One, both openly and privately. I maintain verbal acts of loving kindness towards them, both openly and privately. I maintain mental acts of loving kindness towards them, both openly and privately. I consider, why should I not set aside what I wish to do, and do what these venerables wish to do? Then I set aside what I wish to do, and do what the venerable ones wish to do. We are different in body, Venerable Sir, but one in mind. The Venerable Nandiya and the Venerable Kambila spoke likewise, adding, that is how, Venerable Sir, we are living in concord with mutual appreciation, without disputing and blending like milk and water, viewing each other with kindly eyes. Good, Anuruddha, I hope that you all abide diligent, ardent, and resolute. Surely, Venerable Sir, we abide diligent, ardent, and resolute. But Anuruddha, how do you abide thus? Venerable Sir, as to that, whichever of us first returns from the village with alms food, he prepares the seats, sets out the water for drinking and for washing, puts a refuge bucket in its place. Whichever of us returns last, eats any food left over if he wishes. Otherwise he throws it away where there's no greenery, or drops in the water where there's no life. He puts away the seats and the water for drinking and for washing. He puts away the refuge bucket after washing it and sweeps out the refectory. However, whoever notices that the pots of water for drinking and washing, or the latrine, are low or empty, takes care of them. If they're too heavy for him, he calls someone else by signal of hand, and they move it by joining hands. But because of this we do not break out into speech. But every 5 days we sit together all night discussing the Dhamma. That is how we abide diligent, ardent, and resolute. Good, Anuruddha. But while you're abiding diligent, ardent, and resolute, have you attained any superhuman states, a distinction in knowledge and vision worthy of noble ones, a comfortable abiding? What he's actually asking is, have you gotten into jhana? All jhanas are considered superhuman states. Venerable Sir, as we abide diligent, ardent, and resolute, we perceive both radiance and vision of forms. Soon afterwards, the radiance and vision of forms disappear, your object of meditation. But we have not discovered the cause for that. You should discover the cause for that, Anuruddha. Before my enlightenment, while I was still only an unenlightened bodhisattva, I too perceived radiance and an object of meditation. Soon afterwards, the radiance and the object of meditation disappeared. However, I thought, what is the cause and condition why this radiance and meditation object have disappeared? Then I considered thus. Doubt arose in me, and because of doubt my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I shall so act that doubt will not arise in me again. Now the key part of this is asking the question. If you have restlessness come up, ask yourself why. What's the cause and condition? Why I'm not staying on the object of meditation? You just do that one time and go back to your object of meditation. The answer will come. As Anuruddha, I was abiding diligent, ardent, and resolute. I perceived both radiance and my object of meditation. Soon afterward, the radiance and the object of meditation disappeared. I thought, what is the cause and condition why the radiance and the object of meditation have disappeared? Then I considered this. Inattention arose in me, and because of inattention my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. So you weren't paying attention so well. I shall so act that neither doubt nor inattention will arise in me again. As Anuruddha, I was abiding diligent, ardent, and resolute. I perceived both radiance and object of meditation. Soon afterwards, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I thought, what is the cause and condition why the radiance and object of meditation have disappeared? Then I considered thus. When I considered thus, sloth and torpor arose in me. Because of sloth and torpor, my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I shall so act that neither doubt nor inattention nor sloth and torpor will arise in me again. As Anuruddha, I was abiding diligent, ardent, and resolute. I considered thus. Fear arose in me. And because of fear, my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. Suppose a man set out on a journey, and murderers leapt out on both sides of him. Then fear would arise in him because of that. So too fear arose in me. The radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I considered thus, I shall act that neither doubt nor inattention, nor sloth and torpor, nor fear will arise in me again. How do you do that? Well, it's kind of hard when there's fear.
6R it.
Well, that's kind of hard when you have fear.
Yeah, I don't know.
The first thing you want to do is recognize that you have it. And then you want to start relaxing your body, because your body gets real tense. And just kind of lightly sweep your body and see where the tension is and just let it be. Then you do the 6 R's.
Yeah, it does happen to me, and it's usually in my breath. And once I pay a little attention to the breathing, then everything kind of calms down.
Well, it can, but it happens in the body. So once you get used to being able to see the fear, then it won't be so overwhelming, and that kind of turns into a game. As Anaruddha, I was abiding, diligent, ardent, and resolute. I considered thus: elation arose in me, and because of elation my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. Suppose a man seeking one entrance to a hidden treasure came all at once upon 5 entrances to a hidden treasure. Then elation would arise in him because of that. So too elation arose in me. The radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I considered thus: I shall so act that neither doubt nor inattention nor sloth and torpor nor fear nor elation will arise in me again. So you get elated, what do you have to do? You have to use your object or your wish to be peaceful and calm. Feel the peace and calm. As Anaruddha, I was abiding, diligent, ardent, and resolute. I considered thus: inertia arose in me. Inertia, just lack of movement. You just don't feel like...
Okay.
And because of inertia, my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I shall so act that neither doubt, nor inattention, nor elation, nor inertia will arise in me again. As Anaruddha, I was abiding, diligent, ardent, and resolute. I considered thus: excess of energy arose in me, and because of excess of energy, my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. Suppose a man were to grip a quail tightly with both hands, it would die then and there. So too an excess of energy arose in me. The radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I considered thus: I shall so act that neither doubt nor inattention nor inertia nor an excess of energy will arise in me again. So it's a matter of noticing how much energy you're putting into something. And as you go deeper, it gets more subtle. So you just have small, tiny adjustments. Anuruddha, as I was abiding, diligent, ardent, and resolute, I considered thus: deficiency of energy arose in me. And because of the deficiency of energy, my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. Suppose a man were to grip a quail loosely, it would fly out of his hands. So too deficiency of energy arose in me. You see, that's the balance thing.
Yeah, that's a good sutta.
Oh, it gets better. I considered thus: I shall so act that neither doubt nor inattention nor an excess of energy nor a deficiency of energy will arise in me again. As Anuruddha, I was abiding, diligent, ardent, and resolute. I considered thus: longing arose in me. Huh?
Does get better.
Uh-huh. And because of longing, my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I shall so act that neither doubt nor inattention nor deficiency of energy nor longing will arise again. Longing is a good one because everybody kind of gets caught with that one. See, there is such a thing as wholesome greed. Okay, you start pointing your mind towards nibbana, towards letting go of all suffering, and then you let it go. And just go that direction. That's what you're doing right now. So, when you start wanting it and start thinking about it all the time and really getting involved in having it come to you, that longing is a hindrance. Kilesa is a Pali word that means fetter. That's Jerry's. That's Jerry's. But when you start just thinking, oh, I wish it would happen now. I'm really getting tired. I want it to happen now. That kind of longing makes your energy unbalanced. See, if you have a preconceived idea of what your meditation is going to be like, it's never that way.
Yeah. It's probably a good thing.
Well, you have to let go of the preconceived ideas. And you've noticed it already when you have a great sitting and the next time you walk a little bit and you come back, I want to do that again. Okay, what happens? That small desire makes you put in too much energy, and now you have restlessness to contend with because it's an excess of energy. So instead of having that desire to have a good meditation, ask yourself, I wonder what's going to happen this time, and then see. As Anuruddha, I was abiding, diligent, ardent, and resolute. I considered thus: I still don't understand this part very much. Perception of diversity. The concept of change. arose in me, and because of the concept of change, my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I shall so act that neither doubt nor inattention, nor longing nor perception of a concept of change. That's thinking about change instead of actually noticing the change.
That's a good, well, that's a good point.
Yeah. Because perception means the naming of it.
Yeah, you're seeing it as a concept.
Instead of really seeing it the way it is. I have a feeling that that's what the problem that an awful lot of the Vipassanoids go through.
Think about the change.
As Anuruddha I was abiding, diligent, ardent, and resolute, I considered thus, excessive meditation arose in me. See? And because of excessive meditation, my collectedness fell away. When my collectedness fell away, the radiance and object of meditation disappeared. I shall so act that neither doubt nor inattention nor concept of change nor excessive meditation shall arise in me again. When Anuruddha, I understood that doubt is an imperfection of mind. I abandoned doubt, an imperfection of mind. When I understood that inattention, sloth and torpor, fear, elation, inertia, excess of energy, deficiency of energy, longing, concepts of change, and excessive meditation is an imperfection of mind. These are all things that'll knock you off balance. I abandon these with an imperfection of mind. As Anuruddha I was abiding, diligent, ardent, and resolute. I perceived radiance, but I didn't see the object of meditation. I saw the object of meditation, but I didn't perceive the radiance. Even for a whole night, or a whole day, or a whole day and a night, I thought, here's the question again, what is the cause and condition for this? Then I considered thus, on the occasion when I do not attend to the object of meditation, but attend to the radiance, then I perceive the radiance, but I do not see the object of meditation. On the occasion when I do not attend to the radiance, but attend to the object of meditation, then I see the object of meditation, but do not perceive the radiance. Even for a whole night, a whole day, or a whole day and a night. As Anuruddha I was abiding, diligent, ardent, and resolute. I perceived limited radiance and limited object of meditation. I perceived immeasurable radiance and saw immeasurable object of meditation, even for a whole night, or a whole day, or a whole day and a night. I thought, what is the cause and condition for this? Then I considered thus, on the occasion when my collectedness is limited, my vision is limited, and with limited vision I perceived limited radiance and object of meditation. On the occasion when my collectedness was immeasurable, my vision is immeasurable. With immeasurable vision I perceived immeasurable radiance and see immeasurable object of meditation, even for a whole night or a whole day or a whole day and a night. When Anuruddha I understood that doubt is an imperfection of mind, and had abandoned doubt an imperfection of mind. When I understood that inattention is an imperfection of mind, and had abandoned inattention, abandoned sloth and torpor, abandoned fear, abandoned elation, abandoned inertia, abandoned excess of energy, abandon deficiency of energy, abandon longing, abandon the concept of change, abandon excessive meditation and imperfection of mind, then I thought I have abandoned those imperfections of mind. Now let me develop collectedness in 3 ways. Thereupon, Anuruddha, I developed collectedness with thinking and examining thought. I developed collectedness without thinking, but with examining thought only. This is Abhidhamma. I developed collectedness without thinking and without examining thought. I developed collectedness with joy. I developed collectedness without joy. I developed collectedness accompanied by happiness. I developed concentration accompanied by equanimity. And we just went through the first 4 jhanas. Then, Anuruddha, I had developed collectedness with thinking and examining thought. When I developed collectedness accompanied by equanimity, the knowledge and vision arose in me. My deliverance is unshakable. This is my last birth. Now there is no more renewal of being. Now what we're talking about here is going through all of the jhanas. See, the 4th jhana has 4 subparts, and they're called the arupa jhanas. A lot of people call it the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th jhana, but technically there's only 4 jhanas. And that's why they call it the arupa jhanas, but they don't call them jhana. These are bases. Base of infinite space, base of infinite consciousness, like that. When Anuruddha I had developed collectedness with thinking and examining thought. Oh, I already read that. No, I didn't. Okay. That is what the Blessed One said. The Venerable Anuruddha was satisfied and delighted in the Blessed One's words. So all of these imperfections of mind are just another way of saying this is a distraction. And to be able to recognize what the distraction is sometimes helpful and sometimes not. If it really pulls your mind away, then you start asking yourself the question, what's the cause of this? Why is my mind like that? I'll give you an example. When I was at a meditation center working, I just got done with a 1-month retreat, and there was a lot of things to do around the house. And some of the windows were falling apart and things like that, and I needed to fix them. But this guy came for a retreat. He was going to be there by himself, and the teacher decided that it would be good if somebody sat with him. So he came and asked me if I would do the 1-month retreat with the new guy that just came. I said, yeah, sure. That's what I'm here for. I'm ready for it. The first 3 days of my retreat, I was so restless I was going out of my mind. So I asked the question, what's the cause of this? The cause of the restlessness was I really didn't want to be doing the retreat. I wanted to be fixing the windows. And as soon as I saw that, I went, oh, I can fix windows anytime. Let that go. And then my mind became immediately calm. So just a little tiny desire can make the restlessness arise. So what you really need to do is to be able to recognize the cause. And you don't need to ask the question over and over again. I just ask it one time, and maybe an hour later the answer came that I didn't really want to be doing that. I wanted to be doing this other stuff. So it was real easy to let it go. And I was putting in the desire to not be doing that. And I wasn't able to recognize it until I asked the question. Your intuition will always give you the answer, but you have to slow down enough to recognize that that's what it is. And that's how you develop your insight into the true nature of everything. You start getting oh wows after a while because of the insight. Yeah, yeah. Well, look at what happened today. And it was just an excess of meditation. That's all it was. So I told you to go off and play. And now how does your mind feel? Yeah. You were just getting too serious. You were caught up in thinking a lot. Yeah. And sometimes the remedy for that is just go think. Go off and play. Do this or that. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you have to sit with it. That's the advantage of being around a guide. So, do you have any questions now?